The Golden State has not signed anyone yet and they are falling behind. It seems that Golden State's GM, Mike Dunleavy, is calling for Steph to sign a competitive player like defensive guards. That's why Draymond Green has been taking jabs at Highsmith recently, saying, "Is this who they will replace Butler with in the starting unit in Miami?" This is because Golden State has already added Drew Smith to their roster. The Miami Heat sacrificed not acquiring a backup center or big man just to sign Drew Smith and prevent him from going to another team like Golden State, which has not signed anyone yet. So it's not just the salary cap or tax issue for Miami. The trade of Highsmith to the Nets without a player in return might be to avoid Golden State getting Drew Smith, as they want to sign him again to a two-way contract. But they are now restricted. Golden State is one of the teams that could acquire him. After trading Highsmith, Miami signed him to a standard contract. Drew Smith has been signed for 3 years, and once again the Warriors have been outmaneuvered. So Steph made a move. He contacted Gary Payton to return to the Warriors for 2 years. Draymond Green is also convincing Golden State to bring back GP2. What they need right now is a defensive guard. 3 players have verbal agreements to join Golden State: Melton, Horford, and GP2. Last year, Steph said he didn't want to be a bottom feeder, especially after Klay Thompson's loss, and they struggled to acquire players during the 3rd week of the season. They were still having a hard time. They are also looking for a partner player for Steph to help in the playoffs, where they defeated their first-round opponent, with Şengün calling the Warriors crybabies due to fouls, especially since Steph was injured in Game 1 against Minnesota. They weren't bottom feeders last year. They were a playoff team. Steph has said he doesn't want to chase play-ins. He wants to go straight to the playoffs next year. For that to happen, they need to sign 7 players, including two-way contracts. Even though they have 3 players with verbal agreements, they still need 4 more. They are the only team that hasn't signed a contract player, primarily due to the standoff with Kuminga. So Steph called out his team to acquire players. He remains confident that they will sort out the lineup before the season, as long as Butler and Draymond Green are with him. The Warriors also need to acquire a player before September 29th. In the limited actions of Golden State, they will have a training camp before the NBA training camp. Steph said they need to sign a player to avoid chasing play-ins, followed by reports that Golden State's team owner Joe Lacob wants to retain Kuminga long-term, which confused the fans. With all the drama surrounding the Warriors and Kuminga, they still want to retain him. Kuminga has been referred to as the reverse number 6, otherwise known as the 9th man of the team, stuck on the bench. Kuminga has also firmly decided not to accept anything less than $30 million per year, due to the situation with the Warriors, which has damaged his reputation since last year. Even if he enters next season as a free agent or unrestricted free agent, it will also be challenging for him to get the $30 million per year he desires. What happened to Kuminga? Perhaps he got carried away with his high jumping. That's why I said Kuminga has closed his mind, based on reports now from the Golden State side. Kuminga sees himself at the level of Scottie Barnes and Cade Cunningham, not just as an all-star but as a franchise player and cornerstone of their respective teams. If Steph said to end the conflict with Kuminga, Golden State would do it. However, Steph mentioned that they need a defensive guard, and GP2 was mentioned, implying they don't need Kuminga. GP2 has been part of Golden State for a long time, and they want to regain him. Steph made comments during an event about Kuminga, and he only mentioned to see what could happen, complimenting him like a third person. He couldn't directly retain Kuminga on the team, even though Mike Dunleavy said previously that the Warriors are ready to spend entering free agency as long as they could make it back to the finals or championship, which they haven't accomplished with Kuminga. Another point is that Golden State is in a rebuilding phase, but the team is considering one last push for Steph. Steph has also said before not to use the team's future for him, which includes draft picks and Kuminga.